everybody, this is KingTut here, and welcome to another Python tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll teach you guys logic. So, suppose you have two or more conditional statements inside just one if or elif statement. So if you don't know what if or elif statement or conditional statement, watch my last tutorial, which is on Odyssey and Rumble. And basically, if you want two more statement to all be true to execute a code inside of an if statement, you use an and statement. And if you want one of the two or more statements to be true, you use an or statement. And if you happen to have one statement and you want to make that statement, you want to negate the statement, you use a not. So let's start with and. So and is basically a logic that states that two or more conditions must be true. If any one of that conditions is false, then everything is false. So an example of and statements, let's just do x and y's variable and make them an int. So x equals 2 and y equals 3. Easy peasy. And I put an if statement. So if x equals 2, and then the keyword for the and statement is just and. You just put and here. And then you use y equal 3. You print out, let's just print out and statement completed. Just something very, and followed by 2 exclamation point. Yeah, just pretty simple statement. And I cannot run that program without the 2 exclamation point. So basically, if x equals 2 and x equals 3, then this statement gets printed. If neither of them is true, then nothing runs inside the if statement. Therefore, the print statement, this text wouldn't be printed out onto the console. So you have to have 2 conditions to be true. So let's run this program. And bam. Because x equals 2, which it is, and y equals 3, it printed out and statement completed. So both of them is true, and this sentence is printed out onto the console. So let's just see if one of them is false. Yeah, so as I said, if one of the two is false, when you're using the and logic, this sentence doesn't get printed out, and it just basically skips over whatever is inside the if statement. So let's just put it back to 3 and make sure everything is all fine and dandy, and it is. All right, so an or statement is basically a logic that states one of 2 or more conditions that is true. So unlike the and statement, two or more statement doesn't have to be true. It could just only be just one statement. If none of the statement is true, then everything is false. So let's do an example of an or statement. So let's, I don't know what I did here. And let's just copy the whole thing and then just paste it here. And change it to or. And then change the statement instead of and, just put or statement completed. So what it's going to do, since both of them is true, so because one of them is true, this sentence will be printed out onto the console. Which it is, which it did. So let's do the same thing like I did before. And let's just change the value of y. And it still printed or statement completed. It still printed that sentence because, like I said, one of the two statements or two more statements has to be true. So even though this statement is false, so y didn't equal 3, x equal 2. Let's change the value of x. So because two conditions are false, it should not print out or statement completed. And it actually did what it's supposed to do. So let's just put it back to its original value. And let's do a not statement. So a not negates the statement. So it basically, let's say, well, let's just give you an example. So if, let's make x equal to 3, and the reason I'm doing it because it doesn't need 2 or more conditions. Usually not statements is only for one condition. And I'll show you. So x not equal to 3, or actually let's just do 10. Print out hooray, I think hooray, that's hooray, x is not equal to 10. And let's run this program, and it should print this sentence, which it did. Because when I put x is not equal to 10, it means that it could be any value other than 10. If it's any value, if x equals any value other than 10, it just prints out the statement or the sentence. And if it actually equals to 10, then this condition is false and it does not print this text. All right, so let's actually change the value so that way I could actually prove it to you that this is true. So since I changed the value to 10, since x equals 10, it prints out, it does not print out this text, which it actually did. So let's put it to an original value, and let's just run this program again. And it actually printed out like it's supposed to do. So there you go. It's these logical statements. It's very useful in different application, mostly in game development, and um I personally use it not in Python but usually in C++, and once I make my next game, I'll be making use of Python. So there you go. Uh, the logical statement is the basically the logic being used in 2 or more conditional statements. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this video. And if you're on Odyssey, please click that fire button if you like my video and follow me. And if you're on Rumble, please upvote and subscribe to me on Rumble. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.